What's going on, guys?
All right, welcome everybody. Here we are for another exciting edition of Sunday Cup League Racing. Tonight we are live from Oxford, Maine for the Northern Sportsman 100 and Late Model Sportsman Division. We got some cars currently rolling around the track. Beautiful track here. Bull ring. It's a complete circle. You never stop turning here at Oxford Plains. You can see the cars now making their way around the track. This is our 30-minute practice session. Focus in on some of the drivers that have showed up tonight. There's your number 9 car, Vitch, out of the Midwest. That Suburban Drywall Racing Machine. Right behind him is the 12 car. That is Barrett Flo, perennial contender in the Late Model Sportsman competition. Behind him is number 10. That is James R. Hester in the number 10. James R. Hester in the number 10 behind him. That's the 69 car of the bid man, Scott Bittinger, out of Pennsylvania. Bid man getting up on the curb there. That's something you got to look out for at this track, is them curves. You easily jump the curbs. There's our number 30 car pulling out. That's Justin M. Powell, regular contender on our dirt street stock events. Coming out to do some asphalt racing here. Behind him, you've got, that's Cole Duggar coming out. Making a couple of practice laps tonight. Also, we have Nick Sawyer, one of our big contributors to the Sunday Cup League in the Eagles car, number 4. That Eagles car, you got to look out for him. And you've got our 8 car, that is Peter Breeze. Peter Breeze in the 8. Peter Breeze in the 8. We also have Hossack. Michael Hossack in this 24 car. Coca-Cola machine for Hossack. That's a new paint scheme for him. I haven't seen that one yet before. We've also got the bid man's teammate, Sean Judson, out of Pennsylvania, Kentucky. We've also got Joseph Snyder here in the 39 car. There's Joseph Snyder. And right in front of him is Christopher Bowman. Christopher in the 44 car. Currently 14 cars on the property to make the race tonight. I'm sure we'll have a couple more haulers pulling in and unloading and getting strapped in, and those guys will be ready to race too. Right now 14 strong here on this little tiny bull ring. We also have newcomer Preston Oberl. Preston Oberl is also on track in the 2 from Indiana. And you got the 14 of Albert Hewins in the 14. Those guys are yet to make it onto the speedway 4 timed laps. There's the 14 pulling out. Let's take a look at him. That's your 14, the Spencer Group paving car. That is Albert Hewins. Albert Hewins out of New England. And 2 cars not made it onto the track yet.
What the fuck ever.
So nice, good group of field here so far. Should be some good racing tonight. This is a hard little bull ring. You kind of got to beat and bang, get your way through there. As you can see, this pack of cars right here. That's how tight it's going to be, the racing tonight. You see the 30 car rolling up onto the curb, trying to get around these guys. The 4 car spinning out. That's Nick Sawyer spinning out. And you've also got those little banks that you can fly up on in the infield. Those can be an issue also. But nice little group of cars we got tonight, as they're all making their way around for these practice sessions. We've got about 20 minutes to go here. We're going to cut to a commercial break, and we'll be right back.
We're here today shooting portraits of the Don Schumacher Racing drag racers for their 2016 advertising and marketing campaigns. Don Schumacher Racing is the biggest team in drag racing. They have 3 top fuel dragsters and 4 funny cars, so a total of 7 cars, all housed in this big shop right here. The complex here is massive. It's like 2 Walmarts together, but without all the creepy people inside. I started working with DSR here and there at the racetrack, and one year they asked me if I wanted to do portraits. They were looking for a portrait photographer, and I gave it a shot. Oh. I'm friends with most of these drivers, so we have a lot of fun doing the shoots. When you're doing a shoot with people that like you and they're into it, you can accomplish a lot more and have a lot more fun.
Can you make his face redder? He
yes. Can you Photoshop the ears, make it a little smaller,
absolutely.
please?
We can. Here, let's
I hate to burst your bubble, but if you look at this, I am not a model. I like posing with fans for photos. To do the studio shots, that's just not my thing. I do feel a little bit awkward. The only thing that makes that palatable is working with you guys, you know, where there's a comfort level and a friendship. So with Mark, we can joke back and forth. We can talk about other stuff that kind of takes your mind off the fact that you're in this big bulky fire suit trying to force a pose that may not come natural at that moment.
So Mike, you're in agreement that we don't really need to have them aimed to the right because it's just not going to be good light?
Yes.
All right. A couple of years ago, working with lighting tech Mike Eisler, and he brought along a tethered computer setup. It worked really well in that it allowed us to instantly see detail in images that you can't necessarily see on the back of the camera. When the picture shows up on a computer, it also gets sent wirelessly to the iPad, so I can have the art director in the back looking at the images and checking things out, and then I also have the iPad set up next to where I'm shooting, so I'm able to look at the images. So it just allows everybody total control of what's coming out of the camera and to see if it's what we both have in mind.
I've been at a lot of photo shoots with a lot of different photographers. Well, here, he makes value of your time, so it's always 3 or 4 photos in and out, bam, bam, next to the next pose, where it's not 20 of these or 20 of those to try to get the perfect shot. His shot's always on point, like right now.
That's the one part where it's actually a job, when you have to do the standard, boring, cookie-cutter type shots that every race team needs for their marketing materials. But I just kind of push through that, and I know that once we finish the standard stuff that we get to go have fun and be creative. A couple years ago, we debuted a smoke machine just to see what it would do, and over the course of the last couple of years, we added different colors to the smoke, and it's just really changed the entire look of the photo shoot.
I love the stuff that Mark comes up with for concepts. We might be testing and it starts raining. He goes, you know what? I got an idea. Let's push the car and I can get a reflection here. Or he does these interesting deals with us holding a strobe light in the car and a smoke machine. So you get to see something that even though you've been around the sport for 30 years, you've never seen that picture before. And I love that.
Sometimes they'll complain because they'll be stuck in their car for several minutes as we're blowing smoke through them.
It's gonna get a little smoky.
But once they see the finished product, they're just in shock and they can't believe that that was produced with the setup that we had.
Ready?
Yep.
You know you're going back up on that car, right?
Oh yeah. That's cool, dude.
That's why we always love doing our photo shoots with Mark Rabilis and crew, because they just make it so much fun, entertaining, but yet it's short and sweet.
All right, we also want to thank longtime sponsor BeefJerkyUnlimited.com. They have all your meat snacks. They make great stocking stuffers. You can get it delivered right to your house, or you can go to their 2 locations. One of them is in Luna-Pierre, Michigan, right close to Toledo, Ohio. And they've also got their flagship location in Dundee, Michigan. You can go in there and get all of your bulk beef jerky or any other kind of game they have. And any hot sauce you could want in the world, they have it there on location. Barrels and barrels of jerky. It's a great place for anybody that loves meat. So check them out at BeefJerkyUnlimited.com.
Davis Brothers has been providing homeowners and businesses with exceptional roofing services since 1983. From repairing roofs on small homes to installing new roofs on large commercial retailers, no job is too big or too small. Your home is an important part of your life, and your roof is an essential part of your home. We understand that. Whether you're inspecting, repairing, or replacing your roof, we'll treat your home like it's our very own. Low slope, steep slope, big or small, it doesn't matter. We do them all. And remember, we have the capabilities and the manpower to take on any size job. When it comes to your roof, it's important to be proactive. Choose an experienced roofer you can trust. At Davis Brothers Roofing, we are your experienced roofer. Contact us today for a consultation and let us earn your trust.
Alright, back to the live action here. We've had some more cars pull out on track here. Some more cars show up. And there's a lot of action out on the speedway currently. A bunch of cars have showed up. We've got Anthony Renier in the 81 that just showed up. We've got the 73. That is Jeff Wimmer. He just showed up and is getting buckled in. There you see his 73 Jegs car. Getting ready to rock and roll here. We've also got the 18 car. There's the 18 car. That is Ricky Williams. He's also coming out in the Whiskey River machine. Get some laps in. A couple other newcomers we've had show up since you were gone. There's Mike Ebert. Mike Ebert in the 33. We'll give it a second to load here. Mike Ebert in the 33 machine. There's that 33 car out of California, Mike Ebert. You've also had Ryan M. Clay just showed up on the entry list. So Ryan M. Clay is going to be racing with us also tonight. Good field of cars here. We filled up one room already. They're flowing into the second room. So we're going to have a good field of cars here tonight for you. Currently 20 cars on the premises. 20 cars on the premises. I do not see last week's winner. Do not see Adam Lowe on the property. So we are waiting for him to get in. Also just showed up is the Ryan Wingate Ryan Rosta Wingate in the 21 car. He's just getting unloaded right now, so we'll have Ryan Wingate also racing with us tonight. As these starting to stack up here, we got about 11 minutes left to practice, and all these cars are starting to roll in. I do like the look of this 81 car. Let's take a look at this Pontiac. That's a good looking Pontiac right there with the gold on it. Chrome rims. I mean, he went all out on this thing. There you can see his Pontiac grill, the California license plate, the old Trans Am bird on the back. Good looking car. Good looking car. I like that one. That's probably best to show right now. You've got Anthony Patalno. There's Anthony. He just showed up in a 67 car. So we'll be seeing Anthony tonight, at least in the heat races, trying to make his way in. Let's see, the 21 car's not gotten unloaded yet. There's Ray Clay. He's just showed up. Ryan M. Clay in the Silo Productions number 89 Chevy Camaro. There's Ryan M. Clay out of Pennsylvania. And these guys are in the second room, so there's less cars on the track in that one. It's overflow from the first one. Quite a few cars in that first room, as you can see here on the track. What a tight little bull ring. Let's take you for a lap around this tight little bull ring inside the car of your former champion, Michael Hossack. You see how these cars never quite stop turning, do they? He got up on the curb there just a little bit, upset the car, but he was able to correct it. He's chasing the bid man, Scott Bettinger. Just in front of him, you see Barrett Flo. Hossack currently has your fastest time with a 16.215 for that number 24. Alright, we've got a couple newcomers come on board here. The 47 of Zachary San Germano. Zachary San Germano out of New England. He has just shown up in that 47 car. We'll see him in the heat races tonight. Zachary San Germano, newcomer to the league. Thanks for showing up tonight, Zachary. We've got the 64 of Amy Catalano out of New York. Amy Catalano in the 64 car. Amy Catalano also a newcomer. So you got Zachary San Germano and Amy Catalano. Nice stacked field of cars here tonight for this late model race, but there always is. This is our most popular series. Always have a good house. This is there's no restrictions on this race, and it's all included contents. This is the car you get for free when you start racing, and all these tracks you get for free when you start iRacing. So if you're thinking about starting your iRacing career, this would be the series in the Sunday Cup League you start in. You can be a rookie status. There's no license requirement to get into this series for us. This and the Dirt Street Stock Series are both our starting grid. And even the guys with A licenses and B licenses like to come back and race in this series. That's why we always have good attendance to this series. Coming to you live, flag to flag. We've got 100 laps to go for our feature race tonight. We've got heat races leading up to that. "20 cars make the feature out of the heat races. Currently 23 cars on the property, so at least 3 of these guys are going home tonight, not going to make the feature event. Looks like we might still have Daz. Daz 555 watching. Love to see some of the old Project Cars guys and Gran Turismo guys watching along, even if they haven't switched over to iRacing yet. They made the league what it is today, so thanks for coming out and watching us, Daz. Big shout out to you too, bud. Alright, a lot of cars still rolling around here. Let's take a look, see if we've got any newcomers that we haven't mentioned yet. I think I've mentioned just about everybody that has shown up already. Kind of call them out as they roll in. That 10 car of James Hester seems to be getting kind of sideways through the corners and having a hard time to hang on to it. Let's watch him for a little bit. You can see he just loses it in the corners and gets sideways and kicks it out. I don't know if he's trying to do that or it's breaking free on him. But as you can see, that car just gets a little sideways on him. Sean Judson having some fun in that Monster Energy DC Shoes car for PA Posse. We've got the 30 car, Justin Powell, rolling back out. He is currently 11th on the board for fast times. Let's take a look at our 64 car. This is newcomer Amy Catalano. Amy in the 64 car. Let's get a look at her sponsor here. Apgar Esports is sponsoring that Camaro tonight. Looking pretty good. Nice black with a chrome scheme. That's 64 of Amy Catalano. She is a C-Class driver with a 2442 I rating. That's pretty damn good. And as the 47 car showed up yet, Don't think the 47 has made it out onto the track yet. All right, about a minute left here. These guys are qualifying. In a minute and a half, they're going to qualify and lay down the lap. They got 5 minutes to do so. 2 laps to get them into a heat race, which is going to wheedle them into a feature event. 23 cars on the property. 3 people are going home tonight. Fastest 20 out of the heat races make it to the feature. Time winding down here to our heat races. You should see a nice sprawling property here, stuck right in the middle of the woods of Maine. And they've carved out a famous short track here. They have the famous Oxford 250 that they run here every year for the super late models. But tonight we're running late model Sportsmans. These are the old street stock cars, the Camaros. You've got some Mustangs, you've got some Pontiacs. All good looking cars. And these guys are just trying to make a name for themselves in the Sunday Cup League. There's the Harris Casino Cherokee Reservation Tire Company Old Smoky Moonshine car for Peter Breeze. And we have hit qualifying, folks. Qualifying is happening now. We're going to take a commercial break.
NHRA drivers get all the attention and TV time on race days. However, there's some very interesting storylines and people that don't always make the headlines on race days. Well, now thanks to moi and Full Throttle TV, you get a chance to meet some of these very different NHRA people. You see this guy all the time out here at the track taking pictures of all the big stars. Mark, how did you get started doing all this?
My father, he's been doing it since the 70s, so I grew up out here at the racetrack shooting, and I've been around here all my life.
So who do you pick and choose exactly who you want to shoot out here? Because I see drivers, I see pit guys, I don't even know who all.
I have certain clients that I shoot for, but then a lot of times I try and shoot everybody that I can out here. You never know when somebody's going to do something amazing, and it's just a matter of trying to shoot as many people as I possibly can.
And why do you have 2 cameras right here?
I've got different lenses on them. One's for shooting wide, one's for shooting stuff further away. It gives you a different perspective in your photos.
There is one person who I haven't seen you take a picture of.
Oh yeah, we got it.
All right, now we're done. Get back to work, Mark.
The thing I love about Mark's work is if you go on his website, he'll tell you the camera he used, the shutter speed. In other words, he gives away all his secrets. It's almost like he's daring you to match his work.
You kind of go race to race doing 23 races a year, and after a while you kind of see the same pictures over and over. But the different angles he does, the different, I don't even know what he uses, the lenses and the cameras or something, but it's just that his photos are so crisp.
Nobody comes up with that product that he does, and I think he's got that sixth sense, that creativity. He looks around, he finds shots that very few other people would think would make great shots.
I love going, checking out his Facebook and his website and just seeing all the different things that he does with all the sporting events, the baseball, the football, the drag races. Guy's does excellent work.
And he's capturing these moments in time and immortalizing something that few people would ever think would be as dramatic as that. The guy's just amazing.
Davis Brothers has been providing homeowners and businesses with exceptional roofing services since 1983. From repairing roofs on small homes to installing new roofs on large commercial retailers, no job is too big or too small. Your home is an important part of your life, and your roof is an essential part of your home. We understand that. Whether you're inspecting, repairing, or replacing your roof, we'll treat your home like it's our very own. Low slope, steep slope, big or small, it doesn't matter, we do them all. And remember, we have the capabilities and the manpower to take on any size job. When it comes to your roof, it's important to be proactive. Choose an experienced roofer you can trust. At Davis Brothers Roofing, we are your experienced roofer. Contact us today for a consultation and let us earn your trust.
Taking a quick look at drivers in here. Albert Hewins, he's not in the room anymore. That's not an issue. Amy's not. Zachary Sangermano, have you paid $2?
He's asking about the racer fee. It costs $2 to get into this event and every event for the entire season in the Sunday Cup League. $2 is all it costs, and you can be in any race you're eligible for. A couple cars just finishing up qualifying here, so we have a minute left.
How far a while back? Was that for season 28 possibly, or was it this season? Did you pay with PayPal, or did you pay through iRacing credits? Would it by chance be under a different name other than Zachary Sangermano through PayPal?
All right, folks, about 15 seconds left here. We're going to start our heat races. This should be some good, hard racing action here in the heat races. No yellow flags in the heat races. As soon as that green flag comes out, you can pass to the inside, not to the outside. And
that answers that question.
10 laps to get it done. All right, our cars are starting to roll out here for this heat race. As you see, the Ford Mustang pace car. And the cars start to populate the grid currently. Looks like we've got our 12 car starting on the pole. That is Barrett Flo. To his outside, Joseph Snyder in the 39. Behind him, you got the bid man, Scott Bittinger, and the 73 car of Jeff Wimmer out of the Pennsylvania posse, both of them cars. We've got a row right behind those guys. It just hasn't populated yet. So as you can see, like these front two cars here, these are Camaro bodies, but then the teams and drivers can go ahead and make them whatever they want to make them. So that inside car, there's a, looks like a Chevy Monte Carlo for the 12, and the outside car is a Ford Mustang for the 39. All right, 25 seconds here. This might be all for this.
Yeah, it only takes like 10 laps before you can run a decent lap.
And
I'm
cars
not
are
racing,
rolling.
I'm
Cars are
admin tonight.
rolling. Cars are rolling in this event. We've got Barrett
What, do you want me to come out there and kick your ass, Scott, or what?
Flo starting on the pole. And here we go, folks. We're getting ready to roll here. Lights are out on this pace car. Pace car has pulled in, and the field is live. Green flag is out, and they are racing down into turn at number 1. Barrett Flo takes the immediate lead. We've got the bid man looking on the inside of the 39 of Joseph Snyder. A little further back in the pack, they're starting to figure it out. But right now, Barrett Flo is running away with this thing with 2 cars racing behind him. That is only going to help him out. We've got his teammate in 4th. That is Roaster Ryan Wingate. He is trying to battle up and catch these 2 cars that are racing side by side. Looks like the 39 car might be falling in behind the 69 car of Scott Biddinger, the bid man. Everybody's starting to get single file here. That is the way around this track, is single file. And you can see those cars running side by side has really opened the gap between 1st and 2nd, with Barrett Flo running away with this thing currently. We got 3 laps in the books, coming to complete 4 right here. Everybody's pretty much single file behind them, as you can see. But they got to get going here. Wherever they finish here is going to put them in position for the feature. We watched this 39 car. He was pushing hard. We'll go inside the 12-21 car and watch these 2 battle for second. Alright, we're currently inside the 21 Benson Speed Equipment machine for Roaster Ryan Wingate. You can see just barely out in front there, you can see the leader. That is his teammate Barrett Flo. And you got the 69, the 39 trying to follow him here. 3 laps to go in this event. Oh, looks like the bid man got a little bit sideways there. That's going to let the 39 catch up to him. I don't know if he's going to have any chance to get under him or not. You kind of got to nose your way in around this track. And we see Rosta picking up speed here as these guys are trying to figure out what they're going to do with each other. Rosta's closing in on them, and Barrett Flo is pulling away from all of them. Barrett Flo with your lead. 2 laps to go. Oh, you see Rosta get up on the curbing and let upset his car a little bit, made him slide, lost some ground. We see if the 39 is going to try and make something happen. He got up on the banking too. All right, white flag's in the air. There's your 12 car coming to the checker. Here he goes, folks. Checkered flag in the air for the 12 Benson Speed Equipment car of Barrett Flo. He is your winner of the first heat, and he will start up front for the feature. Nice job of driving there by Barrett. All right, heat number 2 is starting to populate onto the track currently. As you see these cars lining up here, we got some good names in this one. Sean Judson. We got Christopher Bowman in this one. The 81 of Anthony Reiner. 18 of Ricky Williams. We got Ryan M. Clay. Mike Ebhart starting out back. You've got the 10 car there. That is James R. Hester. You've got Hossack, 24, starting on the pole. Hossack and Coca-Cola Chipotle's Roush Racing, Mac Tools, Fanatec, Ford Mustang. You've got the 8 car of Peter Breeze, also in this field. I see 9 cars on track. This is going to put them in a starting position for the feature event. 18 car is also in the field. There is your 18 of Ricky Williams, Whiskey River Machine. All right, pace car has pulled off. Here they go, waiting for the green flag command. Well, the outside got a little bit of a jump, but he slowed down as to not cross the finish line first. 24 crossed the finish line first, but we got James R. Hester on the outside trying to make something happen here, running that high line. He got a little bit of run through the corner, but not being able to pull away down the straightaway. Let's see if he can try and tuck in front of the 19 of Sean Judson, the PA posse. I don't know if he can. He's not able to. As you see, he's falling back in that outside row. Got the 89 spinning sideways, getting down on the apron there. Rolling through pit lane, and he gets it gathered up again. 89 car joins back into the field. Right now, your leader that's running away with it is Hossack, 24. I think he is going to be racing with the Barrett Flow machine, and we're going to see who is the best driver out of the bunch here tonight. Right now, all these cars still got a little bit of time, 7 laps to get going again here. Looks like they've all gotten single file. You got the 19 of Sean Judson, the 81 car, that good-looking gold car of Anthony Rayner in third. Peter Breeze just lost fourth to James Hester. James Hester and Peter Breeze fight for that battle, and the 10 car comes out victorious, pulls into that fourth spot. It's pretty much all single file spread out here. 4 laps to go for Hossack, 24, and he is running away with it so far, folks. Got a good lead, almost a second on Sean Judson. Anthony Rainier's behind him. That is your top 3. As you can see them all on the screen right there. And you can see the distance. Look back from that 24 Mustang, the Coca-Cola machine of Hossack, and you can see how he pulls away. And never quite stop turning here on this track. Never gets out of the turn. The straightaway's a turn also. Couple of cars battling in the back of the pack here. This 8 car, the Bloomquist machine, trying to also make something happen. Don't know if he can, don't know if he will. 44 cars currently sitting in 6th place, trying to get a top 5 out of this. We'll see if he does anything with him. They are both kind of closing in on the 10 car of James R. Hester. It's a good battle there. Not able to do it, and there is your winner, folks. The 24 of Hossack in the Roush Racing Coca-Cola machine. He blinks on out of here, picking up the win. As we go to the feature, here we go. Everybody's lining up for the feature event. 100 laps here at Oxford Plains. They start double file, and it will be single file restarts on this race. So it's going to be tough to pass. But right now, Hossack sitting on the pole, sitting second to Barrett Flow. There's Hossack's car. Barrett Flow will jump on out here in a second. And it's going to be a good race between those two. I think those two are going to be class of the field, as they normally are on these Wednesday night events here.
Here, Cole, if you're talking.
On these Wednesday night events. And that was Hossack on the microphone. You heard his voice. As we look at his car as he gets ready. About ready to roll on off here, folks. Full field of cars, as you can see here. Flagman's waiting anxiously to get going. Barrett Flow on the pole, Hossack second. You've got Scott Bittinger third, Sean Judson fourth, Joseph Snyder fifth. 6 is Anthony Rainier. 7 is Ryan Wingate Rosta. 8 is James R. Hester. Ninth is Anthony Paleto. I don't think he made it to the field, though. Peter Breeze is 8th. Jeff Wimmer, 11th. 12th is Christopher Bowman. 13th, Justin M. Powell. 14th, Ricky Williams. Itch is 15th. Ryan Clay is 16th. 18th is Mike Ebert. It looks like the 67 has made it out to the track, but he is going to miss the start. So Anthony Patano is going to be starting in the pits and having to make up time immediately here as he will be behind. But we're getting to roll on off here. Pace car lights are out. We are following the 24 car of Michael Hossack as he starts second on the outside of Barrett Flo. Here comes the command for the green. There it is. Green flag is in the air. You see the flag man waving it, and they are racing here at Oxford Plains Speedway for 100 laps. Right now they're double file as they try and get single file here. It looks like the bid man Scott Bittinger is on the inside and just trying to push that issue on the 24, make sure he can't get down. 24 is falling back on the outside because he is stuck on the outside with Sean Judson and the 81 car of Anthony Rayner. You see him battle side by side. Hossack doesn't want to lose any ground, but he's going to lose a little bit here as the 39 also gets underneath him here. There's a hole behind the 39. We'll see if the 24 is going to jump on into it. Looks like he will before the 21 of Roaster Ryan Wingate closes the door on him. You got 19 of Sean Judson falling back. He's going to be let in, looks like, by his teammate. No, maybe not. Jeff Wimmer's not going to let him in. He's going to make that 19 work for it on the outside. And the 81 car is also falling back in that outside lane. You got to kind of battle, even if you have to give up a little bit of track position to get behind somebody on that inside. It's better than losing all your track position on the inside. All right, there's the 24 car. Looks like he's trying to get back to the front again. As you know, he's got a fast car. He won his heat race. He's trying to get back around that 39 car, doing anything he can to get around that other Mustang in the field of the 39 car. 69 car in front of him. That is Scott Bittinger. As you see, the whole field is single file right now as they start to sort themselves out here at Oxford Plains. There's the 67 just getting lapped. He started in the pits, so he had to get going again. This is such a short track. By the time he got out of the pits, maintaining speed, he is already one lap down. So you see him right behind the leader here. He's going to hope for a yellow quickly, as he is doing what he should do and jumps up out to the outside lane, lets the bid man of 69 and the 39 car of Joseph Snyder get around him to the inside. Oh, you see the 21 streaking all the way down the front straightaway, sideways. There's your 21 of Roaster Ryan Wingate. Trying to make something happen here as you see all the cars streak past the flag stand. Pace car is sitting idle at the moment. We are 9 laps into this 100-lap event. Some good hard racing. 67 is going to slide up and let the 21 underneath him because he is lap traffic at this time. As you see 67 go way wide in that corner and let everybody by. It's the 73 following him, and the 19 is Sean Judson also following them. Up front, it's all Barrett Flo. He's got a sizable gap on the bid man, 69, the Bittinger. 9 car Vitch is about to get lapped. We'll go on board and look back him as the leader catch. So there is your 9 car, Diamond Jim's Auto Sales, and you see the leader right behind him starting to catch him. Itch has not had the fastest laps here. His best lap is a 16.536. Slower lap. Our best lap on the field is a 16.274 set by Hossack in that 24 car. So he is currently the fastest car on the track, but he is mired in 4th place, trying to get around Joseph Snyder and the bid man. And right now this lap traffic can only help Hossack if he holds up the leader a little bit. Looks like he's not giving way, not to that outside, wants to try and keep himself on the lead lap. Now he's letting the 12 car underneath him as Itch lets the 12 car go around him and jumps back into the bottom lane, trying to get a good groove and not lose as much ground as he can here. in this 100-lap event. The 24 has gotten under. Oh, and he spins it. You saw it here, folks. The 24 got under the 39 car and has spun out. Let's see what happens here. He gets underneath him. And as he gets underneath him, 39 pinches him down a little bit. He hits the curb, and that upsets his car, and he spins it to the inside and spins out. No caution. We are still under green as he is in the 14th position. He's the next car to go a lap down. He has about a straightaways advantage on the 12 cars. You can see the 12 car in the background there, but the 24, that is tough break for that 24 car as he hit that curb and got sideways. Like I said, that curb is going to make for some issues tonight. That did not bring out a caution as he slid into the pits, was not on the track. And right now, the 12 car Barrett Flow is pulling away with it. We've got the 9 car. He's letting all the other drivers by there, but the only problem is you can see all those marbles up on the track that he gets under his tires and makes his car even more harder to handle. 39 car has gotten around him. That is Joseph Snyder. But right now it's all Barrett Flow. He's led first 21 laps of this event. We're coming up to the quarter mark of this event. 1 quarter in the books, almost 25 laps for that Benson Speed Equipment Junior Motorsports machine. Let's take a look at Hossack as he's trying to make his way back through the field here. He's already passed the 18 and the 89. That is Ricky Williams in the 18 and Ryan Clay in the 89. The next car in front of him is Mike Ebert. Mike Ebert's also a lap down, or he is a lap down. Him and Anthony Piltano are the only cars currently 1 lap down with Itch. Itch is also 1 lap down. So we've got 3 cars off the lead lap right now. The 14th place car of Ricky Williams in the 18 is the last car on the lead lap. You see Ricky there. And behind him right there is your leader, Barrett Flow, catching that car, trying to put more cars 1 lap down. Currently 14 cars on the lead lap on this tight bull ring. This is a .35 mile oval, about a third of a mile. Tight track, like we said, up in Oxford Plains, and you never stop turning. Even the straightaways are kind of a turn. We've got the 24 car going around that 33 car. And the 89 and the 33 trying to pass each other. 89 is the lead lap car in 13th place. 33 is in 17th place, 1 lap off the field. About to be 2, as you can see the leader 2 cars behind him there. There's your 24 of Hossack, fastest car on the track again. He had the fastest lap that time around, so he is really getting after it, trying to catch up to these guys. Let's hope he doesn't burn his tires off trying to do it. Second fastest car is your leader, Barrett Flow. There's Barrett trying to make quick work of all this lap traffic. Let's see if any of this lap traffic gives him trouble here. The 18 is on the lead lap, and probably he's trying to stay on lead lap just a little bit. I think Mike Ebert will let him by if he gets to him. There's the 18 sliding up into the marbles. You can see him kicking up grass up there, and this letting the 12 car of Barrett Flow roll right past him there. And now he's got the 33 in his sights. More lap traffic. Been clean and green for the first 30 laps of this event. More cars racing real hard here. Here's the 33 letting the 12 by. Next car in his sights will be the 89. Let's take a look at where this 24 car is. Fastest car on the track. And there he is. He's got a big pack that he's catching here. Let's ride along with him and see how close he gains on these cars. You see his water temp right there, just over 200 degrees Fahrenheit on his water temperature gauge. We'll go to his helmet cam. This is what you actually see inside the car racing around this track, as it is a very tight little bull ring. You see his hands never stop turning here. As he's catching this pack, we'll see what he can do once he catches this pack. It's going to be a tight one. Alright, there we are, still on board with this 24 cars. He has gained right up to this pack. Knocking on the back door of that 44 car. That 44 car is always pretty fast out of Christopher Bowman. But he's got the fastest car on the track behind him. Trying to make something happen. Fastest car that lap was the 24 car. He had a 16.552, about 3/10 off of his fastest lap. As you see, with these tires wearing, the cars are starting to slow down just a little bit. And Hossack stuck in traffic right now. Let's see what he can do to try and get around this pack, as he's got a big pack ahead of him. We'll look at the 10 car up here trying to get around the 9 car of Anthony Patano, easy for me to say. There's the Patano car. We've got the 8 car looking under Sean Judson. Let's take a look at the 24 cars. Here he is in traffic. 24 under 44. 44 knocks the 30 out of the way. That is Justin M. Powell. Justin M. Powell falls into the clutches of the 24 car. And now the 24 is under the 44. You know he's got to be careful passing these cars, as passing a car down low is what got him into this position in the back of the pack to begin with. So he's going to try hard to get back up to the front of this one. Currently your leader is the 12 car. Still running away with it here. He's past the 89. Next car in front of him is going to be the 30 of Justin M. Powell, as he's catching in on where the 24 car is. So the 24 car needs to make quick work and try and get in front of some of these guys before that 12 car goggles him up. 24 is really hoping for a caution right now that'll catch everybody up, and he'll be able to pass these cars quite a bit easier once they're all in a pack. He's currently in the 10th position as he rolls around Sean Judson for 9th. So if caution came out now, he'd be on the bottom row, and that's probably where he wants to be, is the bottom row is the fastest. We're starting to get some action here right in front of him. The 81 and the 8 car fighting each other. Here's the 81. They've got lap traffic in front of them, the 9 and the 67. That's going to slow them down, and it's going to catch Hossack's just going to catch him that much quicker with those slow cars in front of him. Here is the 24 car of Hossack trying to put pressure on that 8 car. And he's putting pressure on Peter Breeze of that 8 car. Looks underneath him, just trying to jump around in his mirror, get him upset, and maybe leave that bottom lane open for the 24 cars. He's going to fastest car on the track, trying to get back to the front. There's 24, and he's just barely under that 8. Pushes that 8 up out of the way. 8 sees him down there, lets him go. As they battle side by side, he almost hit that curb again and got sideways. Underneath the cars, he's got to feel tense underneath cars at this track. He's getting around the 67 car. 67 is still only 1 lap down, following through the field. And he's trying to make quick work of all these cars. Right now he's up into the 8th position, and he just barely under that 81 car. 81 closes the door and then reopens it again. There's the 24 making his way under that 81 of Anthony Renier. That is currently your fight for 7th spot. They touch. Oh, he gets sideways, almost loses it again. The 24 car gathers it back up, and he can't be happy with that 81. Might repay the favor just a little bit here, as that 81 is racing him hard for that 7th position. But Hossack that time was able to hang on to it. Different than the first go around when you hit that curb. 81 has kind of conceded the spot to him at this point, and that puts your Hossack in the 7th spot. There is your leader going around Itch one more time here. He's catching up on the 30 of Sean James M. Powell, and we are halfway in this event. 50 laps in the books. Halfway in this 100-lap event. No caution so far, which is kind of rare here at Oxford Plains. I would not be surprised if we did have a caution flag at some point in this event. But right now, caution free, and it has been Barrett flow every single lap in that Benson Speed Equipment Junior Motorsports Monte Carlo. As the 30 car gets sideways in front of him, riding up on the curb, they make a little bit of contact as the 12 goes around the 30. Let's look at the front end of that 12 car and see if he has any damage. It's looking pretty clean so far. Looks like he did not get any damage from that contact. Let's take a look at the rear end of that 30 car and see if he got any damage. The rear end looks good on that Justin Powell's machine. Because there he is. Let's take a look back at the 24. He's made it around that pack. The next car in his sights is the 10 car. So you see the 10 car just in front of him there. That is James R. Hester, and that is 6th position. Let's go back to our 12 car, our leader, trying to make it through this pack that Hossack just made his way through. And he is right on the back door of Sean Judson. Might have to cut a deal with Sean here. There's currently 11 cars on the lead lap. Sean Judson is the last car on the lead lap. 11 cars on the lead lap as this 12 car is making quick work of these guys. There he is underneath the 19. Sean Judson pushing him up a little bit out of the way. But the Pennsylvania car is going to relinquish that position on the racetrack to that 12 car. And that makes 10 cars on the lead lap. With the 44 that's right in front of him is Christopher Bowman. Christopher Bowman is last car on the lead lap. That 19 of Sean Judson is in the lucky dog position currently. They're about to lap one more time. That 67 car in front of him, that will put him 2 laps down. Tough break for Anthony Pitano after starting in the pits for missing the start of the event. Let's go back, take a look at your 24 car. He is currently about 2 seconds behind the car in front of him. That is the 10 car. He's got the 18 car between them. That's Ricky Williams, a lapped car. In that 18, that is a lapped car. Alright, some good hard racing going on here in the pack. 24 has made it around that 18 car. And our 12 car is mired in traffic as well. There is our 12. He has made it around the 44 car to put him a lap down. So your 8 car of Peter Breeze in the 9th position is the last car on the lead lap. That puts your 44 into the lucky dog position if we were to get a caution at this point. But right now it's been clean and green for 63 laps out of the 100 lap event. Pretty rare for a late model sportsman race to go this long without the flying of a yellow flag. Everybody's doing a really great job. All 17 cars that are still on the track are doing a really great job here, folks. Looks like Justin Powell is out, so that's 16 cars still left on the track. Justin Powell has pulled over and retired for the night. So that is your 12 car. Second place is Scott Bittinger right there. He has pulled away from Joseph Snyder a little bit comfortably, riding in that second spot. I don't think he's going to be able to catch the 12 car. 12 cars who had a pretty sizable lead, about a half a track in front of him. And the car that is currently right behind him in that third position, there is Joseph Snyder in the 39 car. Joseph Snyder out of the Mid-South. There he is in that Mustang. And behind him in fourth position, making it up from the back, there is Rosta. He is battling with James R. Hester. That is your battle for fourth position. Right now, James has gotten it from him. And look who's on his back door is the 24 car of Hossack, trying to make his way underneath the 21 of Rosta, Ryan Wingate. While he has a chance, he sticks his nose in there. just barely in there. They touch just a little bit. Hossack goes back up on the curb, which is a rough place for Hossack to be, but he is trying to make his way through there. Rosta had a good run down that straightaway. He's able to pull a little bit on the straightaway, but right now, clearly underneath him is that 24 car of Hossack. And Hossack has made his way into the 5th position, back into the 5th position after that early race spin. Like I said, he is the fastest car on the track. Fastest car on the track. There's our 21 car waiting on the 12. There's the 12. That is your leader, and you saw how the difference there between the 24 and the 12. There's your 24. And there's your 12 car making it under the 81. That 81 car is the 8th position. Anthony Renier. He's not going to battle the leader as much as he battled Hossack for position. So he is currently in the lucky dog position. 7 cars on the lead lap as Barrett Flow is really putting on a whale of a race here. We are 3/4 of the way through this event. It's going by fast. We are now 75 laps in the book. 25 laps to go here in this 100-lap event. Let's take a look and see how far our 24 car has gotten. He has also gotten around the 10 car. So that puts Hossack in the 4th position, making his way back up. A yellow now could put him right back in contention for the win. So there's Hossack in that 24 car. The 39 car in front of him. There's your 39 in front of him, directly in front of him now. And that is Hossack's next victim. So right along inside Hossack's car as he tries to work on that 39 car. Getting under that 39 car last time caused him to spin out, so I don't know if he might have a bumper to put to that 39 car. It'll be very interesting to see what happens here when those two meet each other going down into the corner. A little bit of smoke coming off a car in front of them. Looks like he got sideways. That was the 69 car of Scott Bittinger. Let's take a look at just what happened to Scott Bittinger here, as it looks like he got down into the corner, bumped up, almost got in contact with that 33 car. 33 car did not see him or did not care to see him, jumped up, made a jump here, but lost position. Scott Bittinger back to 5th now as those two cars get around him, and he has regathered now back to 6th behind James Hester, 5th behind James Hester, sorry. And he has made his way back up there. Let's see, the 24 car has made it around the 39. Let's see if he had any trouble doing that. There you see him getting under the 39 car. He hits that dreaded curb one more time. 39 car sees him down there and pretty much lets him go for the most part. Jumps up into the high lane. Doesn't want to be accused of trying to wreck Hossack once more. That puts Hossack into your 2nd position. He has made it all the way back up to 2nd, folks. He is 10 seconds behind our leader. And there is our leader, the 12 car of Barrett Flow. Barrett Flow in the 12 car, currently our leader, 82 laps in the books. That leaves us 18 to go. Barrett Flow making quick work of this race. It has been all green the entire distance. All green the entire distance. 17 laps to go for Barrett Flow. He has left 7 cars on the lead lap. That 89 car in front of him is a lap down already. That's Ryan M. Clay. In front of them is Jeff Wimmer, part of the PA posse, and that is the next victim to go 1 lap down in this event. And if he gets around that 73, that'll leave 6 cars left on the lead lap. Clean and green here the whole distance so far, which is something we don't rarely say for this late model Sportsman event, as it is a rookie event. We do not currently have any rookies in the field tonight. Anthony Renier in that 81 car is a D-class driver with a D2.26 and an I rating of 327, which is awful low for an I rating. Anthony Renier 327 I rating, but he is running 8th in this race, so that's probably not a very accurate I rating for Anthony Renier out of Canada. The only other D-class driver in the field is Mike Eppert with a D271. Everybody else is either holding a C license or above. Your top 2 drivers have A licenses. Looks like Joseph Snyder is the highest ranked I rating driver in the field. Joseph Snyder in the 39. Those I ratings come from running official races. These league races do not affect your I rating, so somebody with a low I rating could run a lot of these hosted rooms of not official races but league races and actually be better drivers than their I rating show. I think that is the case for the 81. But there is the second highest I rating driver, Barrett Flo, and that makes a lot of sense as he has led every lap so far, and he is closing in on that 73 car of Jeff Wimmer, trying to put Jeff Wimmer 1 lap down. He gets his nose underneath. Jeff sees him down there, rides up into the high line, gets some marbles on his tires, slows back just a little bit, and the 12 car of Barrett Flo has made it into still in first, but he has put all but 6 cars 1 lap down. The next car in his sights is his teammate, Roaster Ryan Wingate, in the 21. There is Barrett Flo in that car. Let's see where our 24 car, Michael Hossack, is at. There he is. Currently about a straightaway in front of our leader, but he is in second spot as the leader has made his way all the way through the field and is starting to run down some of these guys. He's made it around that 73 car. Next car in his sights is that 21 car of his teammate, Roaster Ryan Wingate. The 39 car in front of Roaster is the next car in front of him. Joseph Snyder and James R. Hester running 4th in that 10 car. Good run for James R. Hester. We have 5 laps to go, and without a yellow, this is going to be a flag to flag Barrett Flo night here, leading every single lap here in the Sunday Cup League late model Sportsman division. 100 laps here at Oxford Plains. This is the Northern Sportsman 100. And right now, your class of the field has definitely been Barrett Flo all night. Only second is Hossack 24. I believe he could have put a run for his money as being the fastest car. He could have given Barrett Flo a run for his money if he had not spun out early. Fastest 2 laps of the race, Hossack with a 16.274 and Barrett with a 16.276. We are 3 to go here, as he has gotten around his teammate of that 21 car, setting sights on the 39 car. He'd like to put everybody in the damn race a lap down, but right now 5 cars on the lead lap as we are closing in on the end of this thing. It's been Barrett Flo the entire race, making that car look good, making that 12 car look real good. And there he is, got the Advanced Auto Parts Weekly Series decals on the side of that thing. John Rest Racing engines underneath the hood. Looking good under the 39. That puts 4 cars on the lead lap. And the race is over. That's Barrett Flo. He is your winner tonight, folks. Barrett Flo put on a show. Let's see if we can catch up to him. Barrett Flo in the 12 car. This is JB up in the booth. You got a copy on me, bud? Barrett Flo.
Josh, we can't hear you.
Barrett Flo in the 12 car. You got a copy on me, bud? Barrett Flo. Come in, Barrett. All right, looks like Barrett Flo might...
Josh, you have drivers muted.
Here we go. Barrett, you ran an amazing race there, led all 100 laps, caution-free event, which doesn't happen very often in this late model Sportsman event. You lapped all but 5 cars on the field, 4 cars on the field. How'd you do it tonight, Barrett?
Well, we just needed a long green run. It worked out to our advantage. I think lap traffic held some of those guys up. But the 24 was fast, but he just got stuck on the outside, and then I think he got spun. So just lucked up tonight.
Yeah, 24 car definitely had the fastest car on the track. You were the second fastest, but it was very close with 2/1000ths of a second separating your fastest times on the track. Hossack made it all the way back up into second position. If we've got a contact with Hossack, we'd like to do a little interview. Hossack, you out there?
I got you.
Hossack, you had a pretty good run yourself there, coming all the way back up through the field after getting on the inside of the 39 and hitting that curb and getting sideways. What was that like?
So at the start of the race, it's a little bit hard to get going in the high line, so there's not very much grip up there. So once I tried to get 2 laps in racing side by side, I decided to kind of hang back, get in the hole into 4th place, and thought I got to the inside of Joseph there. Didn't think the curb is what got me. I felt a door slam on the inside because it was really tight there, but spun to the inside, gathered it up, and just started running qualifying laps, trying to pick them off one at a time.
Well, you did really good. Like I said, you had the fastest car in the race there, and you made your way all the way back up to second spot. But I don't know if you would have been able to catch Barrett Flo as he put on a show here tonight.
I guess we'll never know.
All right, that's Hossack from Canada, our second place. If we got a copy with the bid man, Scott Bittinger, he also spun out tonight but made it back to third. How'd you spin out, Scott? Scott Bittinger, you with us?
Do you have all teams muted, Josh?
Now we're good. Scott Bittinger, what happened, bud?
I'm not really going to talk about what happened. Yeah, bad luck. Lap car. What do you do?
Yeah, we saw what happened there on the screen. We were watching live. It looked like you got into some lap traffic there. Lap traffic did not yield for you, and you guys ended up in the same spot in the corner. You almost ran up over one of them bankings, got airborne. What were you thinking at that point when you were looking at the sky?
I can't really say on live YouTube TV what I was thinking. It definitely wasn't pleasant, but it is what it is. It's racing. What goes around does come around. I've been dirtied up quite a bit here the last couple weeks, and I'm going to start racing some people like they raced me. For the most part, good group of people. You got a couple bad apples, though.
I myself can't believe you went 100 laps green flag. That's a really testament to how good the drivers actually are in this field. We'll catch up with our 4th place competitor if he's got a chance. James R. Hester, are you with us, Georgia?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, James, you had a good run. We were watching you a little bit in practice. You were getting a little bit sideways. Looks like you got the car dialed in, though, for the race and under control. And you made a good run through the field there up to 4th spot. What did you think of tonight's race?
Yeah, it was good. I had a quick car. I wish it was a little bit quicker, but hey, you can do what you can only do.
Yep, and you did a damn good job. You don't have a ton of experience here in the league, but we're glad you come out and race with us hard, and you had a good run tonight. Thanks for coming out, James.
No problem. Going for that rookie of the year.
All right, then we'll also catch up with our 5th place competitor of Joseph Snyder. Are you with us, Joseph?
Yeah, man, I'm here.
Hey, Joseph, looks like you had a pretty good race. You had a little bit of contact with Hossack there. What's your side of that story when Hossack went spinning into the pits?
Well, I just finished watching the replay, and
Yeah, I did come down on him a little bit, but I think iRacing made the contact a lot harder than what I really think it should have been. I didn't feel like I put him into the inside. I felt like we should have just bumped. But, yeah, I definitely drifted down just a little bit.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to see from our side, too. It looks like you guys were definitely neck and neck, side by side, maybe rubbing doors a little bit. And then I think Hossack might have been okay from the bump, but that curb was there and got him completely sideways. So some hard racing out of you. You finished top 5. That's a good run for you, huh?
Yeah, I'm glad. I mean, as tight as I was at the end of the race, I'm lucky I finished it all. But, yeah, it was fun, man. Everybody in here races nice and clean. 100-lapper at this place is rare.
That's what I'm saying. 100 laps in this rookie division that we've got here, clean and green the entire way, is pretty rare. We'll call Race Marshal Cole Duggar. What are your thoughts, his final thoughts on tonight's race, Cole?
Yeah, actually really good race altogether. You know, not exactly the track you look forward to for a green 100-lap race. There's a couple incidents, obviously with Hossack and Joseph. It really kind of looked like an iRacing deal with the amount, the extent of what happened to Hossack there. It didn't really look like they touched that hard. Maybe his little tire rub involved too, who knows. It kind of shot him off, but it didn't seem to affect Joseph whatsoever. That's kind of an iRacing deal. Other than that, we had one incident with Bidinger in a lap car, and really that's about it. Really a clean race all around. A lot of moves, a lot of I'm tight on the inside, and just kind of hope somebody gives you enough room and you don't spin them out.
Yeah, this is really a single groove track, and you kind of work your way and get to the inside on the little bit of straightaway you do have here, and root your way into the corner to get under somebody and make a pass. But all in all, real good racing out, everybody. This is a hard track to get around, especially for 100 laps green. I still can't believe it myself. I'm glad you were on the ball there, Cole, ready to make it single file caution again.
Yeah, I never had to make sure they were single filed out for the caution. I want to give a quick shout out to Davis Brothers Roofing. I believe they're the sponsor of this series. Shout out to them, and thanks to all our sponsors as well, especially Mark Rubilis Photography. We've got Josh, why don't you tell us about a couple other sponsors?
Yep, we've been running a couple commercials. You've seen them here, folks. We've got the BeefJerkyUnlimited.com. We've also got Nick Sawyer that helps us out a ton for prize money. He showed up tonight. I don't know if he raced or not, but he was in the room at one point.
Yeah, I believe he had to actually check out early tonight. Thanks to him, and another thanks to Robert Miller putting up some prize money and sponsoring our Dirt Late Model Series.
Yep, so we couldn't do it without the great drivers and the great support that we have from people like Robert Miller and Nick Sawyer and Tommy DeLego and all the folks over at Davis Brothers Roofing and Mark Rubilis. Really good racing out of those guys when they do show up, and we thank them for supporting our league along with all the other drivers that are here.
Enough the broadcast. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Have a good one.
Yep, thanks for tuning in. We've got one more commercial to run for you. Since they are a league sponsor, we'll run a Davis Brothers Roofing commercial, and we'll see you guys next time here on the Sunday Cup Racing Network.
Go tonight, man. I guess just me being here helped you out. I guess so tonight. Yeah, I definitely didn't have enough.
Davis Brothers has been providing homeowners and businesses with exceptional roofing services since 1983. From repairing roofs on small homes to installing new roofs on large commercial retailers, no job is too big or too small. Your home is an important part of your life, and your roof is an essential part of your home. We understand that. Whether you're inspecting, repairing, or replacing your roof, we'll treat your home like it's our very own. Low slope, steep slope, big or small, it doesn't matter, we do them all. And remember, we have the capabilities and the manpower to take on any size job. When it comes to your roof, it's important to be proactive. Choose an experienced roofer you can trust. At Davis Brothers Roofing, we are your experienced roofer. Contact us today for a consultation and let us earn your trust.